If you have a third hand, why not an extra ear? Here we've scanned my ear, scanned my arm, produced a 3D model and animation of what an ear on an arm might look like. It is a safe anatomical site to construct an ear. At the moment, this ear is not fully completed. It's only a relief of an ear. The next procedure will be to surgically lift the helix, constructing a conch, and then to grow a soft earlobe using my own adipose-derived adult stem cells.
If you do find mini black holes, what would you expect to happen? Do you expect to be able to understand them better?
Would you say that the content of your talks really is dealt with, shall we call it, kind of Euro-American sex?
Within the recent 50 years, where large numbers of people have committed crimes which of equal magnitude because they were encouraged to do so. So the ability to be cruel and a monster must reside in an appreciable proportion of the population.
The second thing is that I think you've put your finger on the really important issue, that if we're going to get back to manufacturing, we have to take quite a careful look at where we're going to be making our contribution.
Technology is developing at a logarithmic rate. Is there going to be a point where the limitation is the human imagination, not the technology? And if so, are we then going to reach a point where artificial intelligence can produce art better than human beings can? And if so, will we understand it?
So what are monsters? I wonder if there are any monsters here tonight.
Interestingly, it's difficult to get our girl students to write anything romantic. Suggest they wrap up a love story with a kiss and they look at you with incredulity. They don't believe in happy endings, or perhaps have no experience of them. Ask them to write horror and they have no qualms at all.
And I represent a section of the population which evolution didn't care about. Because I'm past my reproductive age, at least I think so, evolution doesn't really take much notice of what happens to an animal or human being when this animal becomes old.
We live in strange times of circulating flesh, organs extracted from one body are implanted in other bodies. The blood flowing in my body might tomorrow be flowing or circulating in another body. We fertilize ova with sperm that has been unfrozen. We live in an age now, in fact, where we can preserve a cadaver indefinitely with plastination, whilst at the same time we can sustain a comatose body with a technological life support system, and cryogenically preserved bodies await some future reanimation, or so they hope. So this is really a kind of a strange age, an age of the cadaver, the comatose, and the cryogenically preserved.
And I think that this is probably a time to sit back and think, well, what is it that we'd really like to be known for in the world? What is it that we're going to trade with other people? What is it that we're going to make? Will it really be soft services, or are we going to have to make real things?
Well, we have a precedent that were slave societies. Because slave societies, in fact, had people to do almost anything, including their thinking. The Romans employed Greek slaves to do their thinking.
And Woody Allen compared sex to playing bridge. If you don't have a good partner, you'd better have a good hand.